So, my name is Aman Kumar and I will be helping you guys to understand what is computer networks. So, I have often seen that students struggle with this subject and they often don't understand the concepts in great detail and they don't have clarity about the concepts. And these are the ones who used to find this subject difficult. So, let me tell you that this subject is the lengthy one, not the difficult one. If you are going to understand each and every concept with clarity, and you have if you develop a good understanding about every concept, then you are going to solve each and every question, whether it's GATE, whether it's questions from the standard books written by standard authors, or and the university questions will be a cakewalk for you guys. So be with me, be with the playlist, and just have patience. And I would recommend you to have a pen and paper besides you, because don't watch this video as if you're doing binge watching. I would strongly recommend you to make at least make a mind map, or at least make a flow of the topics on what I will be giving you in this video, so that afterwards, by looking at that topics, you can just recall that what you learned, or you are even able to recall the concepts or not. And this is this is about this method of learning. The book itself, Learning How to Learn, talks about. So this is a very good way of learning things. So I would strongly suggest you to follow this method. So in this video, I will be just giving you a feel and a little understanding about what this chapter talks about, and why it is why the concepts in present in the subject or even exist at first place. I will be telling you everything, like what if this concept was not there, what purpose this concept solves, and why any of the concept is even present. So I will be giving you the understanding by talking about the OSI model. And OSI model is the majority part of the topic. So in this video, I will be just giving you a very simple and basic understanding that what each layer does, and after, in the coming videos, I will be talking about each and every topic in great detail, like from the data link layer to the application layer. In even data link layer, what is flow control, what is Hamming codes. I will be talking about the networking devices. In network layer, I will be talking about IP and what is the structure of the IP packet, what basic entities the IP has. In the transport layer, I will be talking about TCP, UDP, and even other protocols, but the TCP and UDP are the most common ones. So I will be discussing these two topics in great detail, and I will be also explaining you that when to use which protocol and how the protocol works, how the connection is made, and why we had IP internet protocol in the network layer. Then what is the need of another protocol there in the transport layer? Why we are having so many protocols in just one networking? So all these things I will be talking about in very great detail, and you can surely consider this playlist as a GATE preparation material. So, talking of the OSI model, at the very bottom of the pyramid, we have got physical. And yes, starting with the the subject, I would also like to make you clear with one more thing, that during the initial phase, like in the starting videos, you may feel like that you are missing, or you're not able to understand, or you don't know the certain terminologies. But be with me, have patience, have faith, and just believe me that in the further videos, in the coming videos, you will get to understand everything, and you will be able to integrate your whole learning journey from the start till whichever video you have reached at that point. You will be able to connect each and everything. You will be able to connect the dots and understand everything properly. So don't just skip the video, or don't just go away that I am not able to understand, and this guy is teaching something different thing, and which I have never heard of. So be so uh, talking about the I was talking about the OSI model. I have chosen this thing because this is the majority part of this subject. So by giving this idea, you will be able to understand that why it even exists, and even you will be understand the fashion in which I will be teaching you. So at the bottom of the pyramid we have physical layer. After this we have got data link layer. After data link layer we have got network layer. After network layer we have got transport layer. After transport layer we have got sessions layer. And sessions and the coming one and the next coming one, which is presentation layer. So session and presentation layer are not much of the importance, but I will be talking about these two layers in the further videos. But as of now, the application layer and all these layers from 4, 3, 2, 1, which is transport network and data link layer and physical link layer, are our main focus. Even physical layer is not much in the syllabus. So this is for the ones who are preparing for who are in the electronics branch. So they are dealing with the hardware components. So for the computer science students, so these layers which I will be telling you in this video. So and the next one is presentation layer. And after this, at last we have application layer. So you will be thinking that, and this is the OSI model. So you will be thinking that why are we even having so many layers? Why are we not just having one thing and doing all things there? What is the use of having so many layers and just increasing the size of the subject? So every layer has their own purpose. Let me tell you. Let me give you a very simple analogy by which you all can relate and have a better understanding. So let's say you want to build a product, your own product, and you want to deliver it or package it somewhere, to any of your buyer. Any buyer wants to get your product, the buyer liked your product and he wants you to just deliver him, and he just want to buy your product, he just loved your product. So what will happen, that you are the one who is creating the product, but at the same time, if the buyer wants a product, by only creating the product, you are not going to deliver that product on its door at its doorstep. So what you will have to do, you will have to make the product, you will have to package it, you will have to name it, then we will be delivering it, and finally the product will reach to the buyer. So let's say you have the product at first place. Let's start with the product. Let me use some other color. Let's say you have a product. So after this product, you are not just delivering the product like, let's see, this is the chair, or this is the table, or this is a camera, this is a phone. You are going to package it. So, but you don't want to take the load that I want to pack it. You are just hiring the services which is giving the services of packaging. So you hire one services named as frozen packaging services. So frozen services will package your product, and after that, after packaging, you will also need to name that who's the sender and to what the address you have to send the product. So for this, let's say the frozen packaging only did the packaging, and they said that we only do this, we are not going to name, we don't have pens. So you hired one more services. Let's say the services now was write address services. I'm not good at naming, so write address services. So this write address services, what they did, they wrote the sender's address and the buyer's address. So after the address, still the product is not delivered to the buyer's home. So at last you are just hiring a delivery services. Let's say you are taking the help of Delivery. So Delivery is a very famous logistics company across, I think, in India. So none of our business. So our product was at this stage. You are the one who is building a very nice product, and the buyer wants it. But at the same time, you just cannot simply, by just creating the product, you can deliver the product. You need some different services. So you took help of frozen packaging services. Frozen helped you to package the product. They are very master at packaging. So they did the packaging. After that, your product is packaged, and after packing, the right address services wrote the sender's address and the buyer's address, and finally the delivery services read the address, the buyer's address, and they just delivered it to the buyer. And so this is how the story goes. So what happened here? Here the big chunk of the work is divided into different players. Each and every player has their own part to play. So the same goes with the OSI model of the OSI model of the computer networks. So what happens? It's like you are, let's say you are very hungry, and you are at any evening you are just very hungry, and you thought of eating chicken. So you just opened your phone and you entered into Zoom. You opened your app, anything like Swiggy or Zomato. You get into Zomato and you just search for your favorite restaurant, and from that restaurant you ordered for chicken lollipop. So you added chicken lollipop, and then you feel that I need 10, 6, 40, 60, any number you want. So how the how the restaurant is going to know that how many, what thing, and even in what quantity do you want? You must have to send this thing to the servers of the restaurant or the Zomato or whatever. Basically, from your endpoint, that this information should reach to the restaurant or the Zomato server or any other guy who is sitting there and telling that this guy needs chicken and he wants to eat chicken, and this is the number of chickens he wants to eat. So what happened here? In computer networks, we will be seeing these two end terms most often, which are the sender and the receiver. So what happened? You are the sender because you want to send this information that I want 10 pieces of chicken leg piece. So this was the information. and this information you have to send on the restro server. So how this is going to happen? Let's see the behind story. So at application layer, what you are at application layer, that in your phone is connected to the internet, your phone, and in your phone you have many different applications, and different applications are using each and every application is using internet. Everyone has their own things to do, like you are browsing, that you are in your browser, you are searching google.com, facebook.com, instagram, anything. And in the other application like YouTube, you are searching for videos like how to get rich real fast. So and in other application you are searching anything. So basically I want to make the idea that in one particular device you can have more than one applications at a time. So the data is found at that application layer. Let's say you have different applications, different things are going on, different applications, and each one is you are using to access the internet. So let's say let us stick to the Zomato one. So from Zomato you just selected chicken lollipop and you want 10 pieces. So these are the two information you want to send. So from your application at this level, application layer, your information, your data came, your data entered, your data just funneled through, and it came to the presentation layer. What was the information here? That you want 10 chicken. Chicken leg or anything. That's 10 chicken. Let's it be. So as I told you earlier that we will be not talking more on presentation and sessions layer. We will be talking about this in further videos, but just skip for now. Excuse me. Our main focus will be on these 7 application layer, transport and network layer, and data link layer. We will be also not talking much about data link layer. We will be just giving you the basic idea how this works, because this is about this talks about the hardware part, and the computer science subject is not dealing with this one. So we are skipping this, but I will be giving you the basic idea. So at application your 10 chicken idea came, and you just make a box here. So what happened at this level? The very basic information that you want 10 chicken funneled through. Like here, that you want a product, you send the product to 4,000 packaging services. This happened that I want 10 chicken. And we came to transport layer. So what transport layer is doing? Transport layer decides that what protocol we are going to use. Are we going to use TCP or UDP? What are you going to use? So this is a protocol, and this is basically used to establish a connection. So whenever you are talking with Zomato, you are using his application, then eventually you are sending the information to their server only, na? So with your device, with your mobile device, the connection the connection is established between your mobile device and the Zomato server. So this TCP and UDP make sure that the connection is established and the data is sent through that connection. So this was about transport layer. So what happened here? At transport layer, you had 10 chicken, CHI, and like this was the box. And what transport layer did? Transport layer added a block which says TCP. Here is the catch. What transport layer did? You were sending 10 chicken information, and at the transport layer, this block added. Only this block added. It can be either UDP also, but whichever protocol you are going with. So here it was TCP. The same thing, the product came for Ozone Packaging Services did the packaging, your product is plus packaging, and then we will be moving forward to the network layer, and we will be able to understand the analogy. So at transport layer we did this thing. At network layer we decided that network layer also talks about one protocol, which is internet protocol, and why we are having internet protocol, which is a protocol, and then again we are doing TCP thing, or we are doing TCP, and then why we are doing again IP. You will get to know when we will be talking about these two topics in great detail. So at network layer, what happened, that you had this thing, and this layer you had 10 chicken, you had TCP, and again an IP is added, again an IP block is added. What happened here? At application layer I had 10 chicken. At again for transport layer, when we came to transport layer, we had this TCP thing, and after TCP at network layer we have this IP thing. IP is added. So I will be explaining you one more thing. Let me just complete this thing first. So at data link layer we do certain things like what will be the flow control. Here also we do some things like which protocol we are using. This is here also at data link also we talk about protocols which are stop and wait protocol or sliding window protocol. So here also we also make sure we also do some error correction, which is also done in TCP also. So you will get to understand in very clear that why we are doing all these things. For now I am just giving you the idea that what happens and how it happens. I will be telling you in separate videos when I will be creating for each and every topic. So at data link layer, again I had 10 chicken, I had TCP, I had IP, and data link layer added its own information, whatever it wants. Data link layer added, let's say it added SP, stop and SW, stop and wait protocol, something like that. So now this at this level this was added, and let's see, here you had only 10 chicken, and by coming down you had more you had extra 3 blocks: TCP, IP, SW, stop and wait. So each and every layer is doing its own work, and at the physical layer what happens that whenever you are sending your data, finally at last there is some hardware which is doing which is sending the information. The information is 0 and 1s only. So at hardware level only the 0 and 1s are converted into signals, and they are sent through optical fibers or whatever the signal or whatever Ethernet or whatever sending link channel medium you are using. So we will be talking about this also. So for now, when the information is sent from the hardware, like from your mobile from your mobile phone's hardware, that signal processed, and when it reached to the receiver, the signal is again processed, that 0 and 1, 0 and 1s. How that 0 and 1s actually works, let me explain you a bit, give you a simple idea. Very simple idea. Like in your masters, in your MTech, if you join, there is a subject, and there is in your semester you will have an elective or subject named as signal processing. In here you will get to know in great detail how the signals are processed and how the information is made understandable or readable. So basically what happens, that here is the graph, and at the bottom it's 0 and here it's 1. And let's say that the information is 0 0 1 1 0 1. Okay, so it just happens so that here it's 0, then 1, then it's double 0, then again 0, then 1, then again 1, then again 1, then 0, then 1. So this is how the graph look like, and basically 0 and 1s is calculated by the hardware devices. It can be the signal can be processed in many. There can be many types in which we can make this understandable that this is 1 and this is 0. So not going much into this, we will be talking about transport layer, network layer, data link layer, application layer. So there is one more thing I want to add about network layer and data link layer, that how they differ from each other, these layers. So let me first rub all this from the system. Actually, I have lost my duster, so I have to manage with my hands only, and I will be fine. So what happens that let's say here is a sender. This is a sender. And here it's the receiver. Okay. So let's say the Zomato server is somewhere in Delhi. Okay. And you are sitting somewhere in Maharashtra or anywhere there is a very large distance. So it is not like that from Delhi to Mumbai there is a direct connection. This is not the way. No. There are multiple channels, there are multiple links in between, and these links have a router in between who knows that in which direction to route the packet or the data, the incoming data. Then, like here, you will get to understand this way. Like here, this is router 1, R1. This is router 2, R2. This is router 3. This is router 4. This is router 5. And this is another receiver. Here, this one is another receiver. Receiver 2 and this is receiver 1. Receiver 1. Okay. So let's say the link is like this. So let's say that you are the sender and you have to reach here. So there are two ways. There are two directions. Either you go this way. Let me name these two also. Let it be just this one is A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So you can either go like A, B, C, and you will be finally reach to receiver 1, or either D, E, you will reach to either you will reach to receiver 1. But if you are going to take this path, the F1, then F is never going to reach you here. Like when you take the F path, you will reach to router 1, and router 1 is not linked to this receiver. Router 1 never don't knows that where is receiver 1, it only knows that where is receiver 2, because router 1 is connected to router 2, and router 2 knows that where is receiver 2. So network layer makes sure that the packet is transferred. Make sure that the packet is transferred between the sender and the receiver. That the packet is happily transferred between the sender and the receiver. That network layer will make sure. You will get to know that this is not the secure one. This is not the reliable one. But this talks about the transfer between the two entities, which is the sender and the receiver, from the sender to the receiver. So from the sender to the receiver, from the sender to the receiver. The network layer talks about the whole transfer, the sender to the receiver. But the data link layer only talks about the transfer between these hops, these two hops. Did you understood? Like if you are sending from this to this, the network layer will make sure from the sender to the receiver. But the data link layer will only make sure that your data is sent from R3 to R5. Excuse me. Only from R3 to R5. So what's the difference? The network layer is talking about the transfer from the sender to the receiver, but the data link layer is only talking about the two hops, the distance between the transfer between from this R3 to this R5. So this is the difference between network layer and the data link layer. I will be talking about in more detail about these topics, because I have to be very honest, I have covered nothing, told you nothing about these two layers. This is just an introductory lecture, so I was just giving you that what this does. So what we saw here that our one device has many applications. So many applications are talking to they are the node in the internet, and they are doing their own purpose on internet. Someone is calling, someone is getting a video, someone is uploading a video, anything can happen. So at application layer, the data is set that this is the data, and then funneling down to the transport layer. Transport layer decides that how we are making the connections, how we are going to send the data, and what protocol we are choosing. In the network layer, we are again choosing the internet protocol. In the network layer, we only have one protocol, which is called internet protocol, and this talks about the transfer between the sender and the receiver. And coming down to the network layer, we only talk about the transfer between two hops, which is from R3 to R5. Sorry, it's one hop. The transfer between one hop from R3 to R5. So this is the very basic difference, and the physical layer only talks about that how the signal processing is done, and in data link layer we do framing, flow control, Hamming codes, and many more different things. So let me give you how the playlist and the how the subject will go, what things I will be teaching you. So let me rub all this. So I will be starting with the what is subnetting. Sorry, uh, I will be first. It will be IPv4. I will be also talking about IPv6, but in the later part of the video, for our main focus is on IPv4. So IPv4, what is subnetting? What is supernetting? What is subnet mask? And then we will be moving forward and few more topics, which are what is packet switching and circuit switching. And after this, at 4th, I will be starting with data link layer. Let me rub all this. If you want to note it down, please pause the video and note it down. So at 4th step, I will be talking about data link layer, which is DLL, data link layer. And the very first thing I will be talking about, which is flow control. In flow control, we have two things. First one is stop and wait protocol. And the next one is sliding window. And after sliding window is also of two types. First one is go back and the next one is selective repeat. After this, in data link layer only, I will be talking about error control. In error control, I will be talking about Hamming codes. This is a very interesting topic and you will love this. And after this, I will be talking about CRC, bit parity, parity bits, and I may miss some few subtopics, but it's not a big issue. So after error control, yes, please note it down if you want. Pause the video. And after error control, I will be also talking about networking devices. Such as what is a hub, what is a repeater, what is a bridge, what is a router, what is a switch. There are few more which I will be giving you while in the coming videos. And moving forward to the data link layer, the network layer. In data link layer also I have forgot to write. You will be also learning how to do the framing. Framing basically talks about that if from the physical layer you have got this many very big length of 0 and 1s, then framing decides that what chunks to read and how to divide the chunks. So we will be learning that also. So just add this framing word in the data link layer part. In network layer, we will be learning about fragmentation. What is fragmentation? And we will be allocating a great amount of time in understanding things. We will be solving gate level questions also. So yes, we will be also doing internet protocol. Which means IP, and this is the major part of the networking layer. This is the most important thing, and even GATE asks questions frequently from this topic. There are few more which I will be giving you in the coming videos. I mean directly while teaching you the topics. Please note it down. So now we will be moving forward to transport layer. In transport layer, I will be teaching you about what is TCP and UDP. This UDP is a very small topic, and it will just take around half an hour to 1 hour, and everything will be done. In the TCP, we will be spending much more time, and we will also be solving questions regarding TCP. So this is the most important one. And in application layer, there is nothing, there is application there, but not much. We will be talking about HTTP, SMTP, and there are a few more which we will be talking about in application layer. And we will be also talking about what is multiplexing and demultiplexing. So note it down. And there are few more topics apart from the OSI model, which is, I have already told you, which are IPv4, packet switching, circuit switching, subnetting, supernetting, subnet mask, and there are few more things which is transportation delay and propagation delay. It's transmission delay and propagation delay. And people often confuse with these two terms, and they don't have the proper conceptual understanding what they really are. And after talking about transmission delay and propagation delay, we will be talking about efficiency and throughput, and for every protocol we will be talking these two things about what is the efficiency and what is the throughput of the protocol. And we will be also talking about Aloha, what is pure Aloha and what is slotted Aloha. GATE has not asked many questions regarding the Aloha topic, but we will be covering these topics in the coming videos. So stick to the playlist and be patient. So thank you very much. In the next video, I will be giving you what is transmission delay and propagation delay. So thank you very much, and do like the video if I have added any value in your learning. Thank you very much.